I am in a rather peculiar state in that I've seemed to have lost a grand amount of I wouldn't say my literacy, because it's something a little bit more deep than just my ability to speak and focus. No. It's like my brain is like double backing every single time I like utter a word. It rewinds a second. It's like, it's strange. It's awfully strange. It's like I have this profound anxiety and hesitation that just comes out unconsciously when I'm trying to talk, and it like makes me almost incapable of speaking properly. Like, the thoughts are in my head, they're good, but like it's like my body is just like it glitches when I want to speak. That's fascinating. All sorts of absolutely weird shit going on, but at the same time I'm pretty chill. Like, it's a beautiful day out, it's sunny, and it's spring, and things aren't all that bad by any means. And so I'm kind of in both states at once. And that is weird. That is very weird. It's also extremely interesting because now I'm able to learn a lot more about what goes on in my head when I'm in distress. A lot of this distress is something very new to me, but it's still built off of old neuroticisms in my head, so I think that even though it's rather strange territory, it's something that will help magnify my understanding of myself. So I think that the way that like I process stress, I think this probably extends to most humans, that when I do, like, the negative reactions that I have are greatly, like, there's a pattern to them, they're not random at all. And I think a great part of healing is sort of pattern recognition, being able to recognize what is going on, and I think that's a huge part of it, is just being able to first and foremost become aware of what is happening, and from there you can do a lot, even without understanding where or why it's happening. Just the awareness of what is happening allows you to detach from it, because once you understand it, it's a little bit easier to understand that you are above it and it's something within you and you encompass it. So it's not a some sort of I don't know how I'd describe that sensation. I think that's why journaling is super important. It's super important. And a big issue with me right now is this hesitation that keeps coming up when I try and talk. But I think that just because it's difficult to articulate what is happening to me, that doesn't mean that I should stop articulating what is happening to me, even if it comes out a little bit nonsensically and gibberishly and whatever. It's important for reflection to be able to get some image of yourself outside of yourself. To be able to kind of have a map of sorts. It feels absolutely incredible to just breathe. And to feel the sun rays. There was a long period of time in which dissociation had kind of fully prevented me from really taking in my environment, but now that I've been able to prevent that or overcome it, it's a much more, I don't know, life is brighter. Life is much brighter. Oh. And it wasn't really a matter of any magic that I was able to break out of that. I just started paying more attention to the little things. Like really consciously paying attention to every little thing that I could, feeling as much as I could. And over time that changed everything. I'd have like waves of derealization that were like so strong, I'd just have a panic attack. But now it's not there at all. That took a good year, 2 years to overcome. But it was certainly worth the effort to be able to really see things again without that fog that overwhelmed everything constantly. I still have derealization and depersonalization, but it's just not, it's different now. I think it manifests socially the most. It's hard for me to connect with other people, so the other hand, with my environment, it's a lot easier. I feel more at home outside, staring at grass, than I do in conversation with anyone that I know right now, so I hate it. I wish it was anything but that, but seems to be somewhat out of my control, as this incapability of being completely coherent is quite a detriment in social situations. So I'm just waiting it out. And in the meantime, reconnecting with what I can. Like the grass, and the birds, and the sun. Honestly, that's enough. Lovely. Absolutely lovely.